Hi guys, in this class we will discuss more about data structure in the Python as list. You know that in the previous class we have discussed in detail about list different things like concatenation in the list, repeating in the list, membership operator using in the list, nested list, iteration. So there are many things we discussed in previous class. But in this class I will share a list methods, that built-in method with example. For example, append, remove and clear, copy, count and length, index, insert, pop, max and min, reverse. So these are different built-in method. I will provide example to clear your concept and what operations you can perform on the list data structure using these list methods. So I open Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code, just create new file and save this file, list methods with examples .py. You can see that these are methods that we will learn with example. For example, this is append. For the first of all, I create a list. This is a list of different items. So these are different items stored in a list. Now I want to append. Append means if you want to add a new value to end of the list items. For example, append, and when I mention 100 will be append to this list after 8, because 8 is the last item. After the last item it will be add. Now Python list methods with example file is executed, and just I want to print this list. You can see that 100 is appended to end of the list item. Now I want to append 200. 200 is appended to 100 after. You can see that. Now another is a remove. Remove means if you want to remove any item from a list, you can use remove. For example, 200. I append 200 and then remove that 200. You can see that. You can see that there is no 200. Now first, after appending, you can see that here is 200, but after displaying a list containing 200, then I remove that 200, and you can see that there is now a 200 item at the end. Now another is a clear. List.clear. Clear is a method that is used to clear all the items. You will find a empty list at the end when you use a clear method. You can see that clear method is clear, remove all the items. Another is a copy. You can make a copy of the list. For example, just comment list dot copy copy, and it return a new list. For example, new list, that will be a copied list. When I print new underscore new list, and this is a new list, that is a copied list. This is a previous list or old list. You can see that both are the same. When I perform operations, any operation on copied list, for example clear, and then when I print new list, you will find a empty list. You can see that this is a new list that is empty, because I perform operation or apply a method on new list, not this list, because this list and new list is different to each other, because this is a copy of original list. When you perform any operation on copied list, it will not affect on its previous list. Another is a index. You can find index of any items. Just I make a comment. For example, list dot index, and I mention, for example, there is the item 34. It will display, or it will return index of this item. When I print, you you can see that 1 is displaying. Why 1 is displaying? Because 34 is item of this list which have a 1 index number starting from 0, 0 and 1. That is why index is displaying 1. Index is a method that is used to find index number of any item. Another is a insert. If you want to insert any item, you can use a insert. For example, insert, it take two argument. One is index and other is a object. For example, another is a list.insert. Insert method is used to insert any item to list. So it will take two argument. One is index number, another is a item. So it means that you have to provide index number. You have to explain a position. On this position, this item should be at 90. So at 0 index number, I want to insert this 90 item. When I print after inserting this list, you will find that at 0 position there is a 90. Now another is a pop. Pop method is used to remove any item. For example, list.pop, we have to provide a index number. For example, at 0 position we have to remove items. After removing, I want to print. You can see that 90 is removed because 90 have a 0 index number. So another is a max and min. You can find maximum number and minimum number from a list. So print and max, in parenthesis it take a argument. I pass a list, it will return a maximum number from a list, that is a 34. Another method is a min, that is used to return minimum number from a list. You can see that 2 is a minimum number. So another is a reverse. You can reverse list item. For example, list dot reverse, and then after reversing display list, it will be reversed. You can see that 18, 17 and up to 2, and here you can see the 234 up to 8. So these are different methods function I discussed with you. You can use this method to achieve any required functionality.